Hello everybody, Cindy here with BubbleHunter Soaps. Today I'm going to be making Sandalwood Vanilla, and the fragrance I have is from Brambleberry. As you can see by the bottle, the percentage rate I need to use in the soap is 2.49%, and no more than that, and that's what I used in the soap. The micas I'm using today are from Mad Micas, Sexy Stranger on a Train, and Poppycock. And I have pre-dispersed those micas in some of the batch oils. I have my kale and clay mixed in with the fragrance oil, and I have titanium dioxide in with the lye water. The reason I have the titanium dioxide mixed in the lye water is on the bottle of the Brambleberry fragrance, you saw that it had 4% of vanillin. The vanillin will discolor the soap, so I wanted to kind of stop a little bit of that from browning completely, and the titanium dioxide will help with that. Here you'll see me blending up the oils. In the oils, I have my regular recipe of olive, coconut, palm, shea butter, hemp seed oil, and castor oil. And you saw that not all of it was melted, and that's okay. I mixed it in with the melted oils or the liquid oils, and now I'm adding the lye water, and the lye water is a little bit on the warmer side, and that will help melt the rest of those oils and butters that weren't melted. And as you can see, the titanium dioxide is in that lye water solution. I also showed you that I have my recipes sitting along the side there. I plug in all of my recipes into Soap Calc so that I get the correct measurements for all of my oils, all of my water, and all of my lye. Now I'm blending the lye water solution along with the oils and butters up to an emulsion. Here you can see me checking to make sure that it's at an emulsion, and it is. And now we're going on to the next step. Now it's time to split off my batter into the different colors. The Sexy Stranger on a Train and the Poppycock. I love those names. They're just hilarious to me. The Sexy Stranger on a Train is nice deep dark brown, and the Poppycock is kind of like a coppery gold color. It is absolutely gorgeous. Here I am hand stirring everything together. I want it nice and fluid when I pour the batter into the mold. I've held off until now to add the fragrance and the kale and clay. Here I'm just mixing them together, and I'll be adding them pretty equal parts to each one of the colors. The fragrance oil and the kale and clay will also just be hand stirred into the colors. The mold I'm using today is my Triple Tall and Skinny from Workshop Heritage. I am doing a drop swirl in the mold. I really like doing the drop swirl because you never know what you're going to get as far as design goes. It can be ploppy, it can be gloopy, it can be swirly. You really never know until you cut. The scent notes from Brambleberry's website on this particular scent, Sandalwood Vanilla, says that you'll love the mix of warm sandalwood and creamy vanilla. The vanilla content is 4.5%. The discoloration is a dark brown, and it behaves well in cold process soap. I had no difficulties working with this fragrance. I've used it before, and it does soap very well. And it has a great scent retention. And here I am just making sure to get all of the soap in the mold. And as you can see, I am not the cleanest soaper. I am a messy soaper. I always make a mess. Shaking down the mold and the soap to make sure I got some of the air bubbles out. I did notice when I cut the soap that there were some air bubbles, but it didn't affect the soap at all. Just on the bottom and the sides where I noticed it. Just splattering the rest of the soap batter on the top, and you'll see on the image, I didn't take a picture of the after. I did decide to do a swirl on the top rather than just leave it as a splatter. I just can't leave well enough alone sometimes, but either way it would have been nice. And here is a close-up before I did the swirls on top. Very nice. The scent is amazing. I usually cut this part out of the video, but I left it in this time. I am just trimming the top of the soap, and I am cutting it into logs. The cutter I'm using is from Workshop Heritage, and the single bar cutter is also from Workshop Heritage. That's a side view of the loaf, and you can see on the top the swirls that I decided to do. And now here I am cutting them into individual bars. Each bar is so different than the other. Each swirl is different. It is so neat how this in the pot swirl just turns out. On just a few of the bars, not very many, I ended up with a few glycerin rivers. Yep, there. Those come from the lack of mixing the titanium dioxide into the water. I didn't blend it well enough, so a couple of the bars did end up with the glycerin rivers, but they still are really neat and pretty. Thank you so much for joining my channel today. If you liked my video, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.